Let us now study magnetic field at a point along the axial line of the magnetic dipole. That's a bar magnet. Okay, so magnetic dipole means it has two poles here, north pole and south pole. Earlier you learned about electrostatic dipole. Same way now we learning about magnetic dipole. Okay, so now this is a bar magnet here, north and south, which is drawn. Okay, let's choose a point here. This point is, let's be point by P, and then it's on the axial line. That means this is the axis here. Okay, it's on the axial line like this way. Okay, now let's first see the distances here. So let this from here to here. Okay, from midpoint of the magnet to here, let this length be L. Okay, this length is L. Same way, this length also is L. Okay, so total length will be 2L. Okay, and then from the midpoint of the magnet from here till the point P. Okay, let this distance be as small r. We'll take this as small r. Okay, so this distance will be magnetic length is 2L. Okay, and this distance is r. Okay, I'll rub out this 2L. Okay, just to understand it. Okay, now let us see what happens at this point P. Okay, there's a north pole here, north pole, and we're keeping unit north pole here. Okay, so remember we used our test charge in electrostatics. Now we're using a unit north pole. That means only the north pole we're keeping. Okay, it doesn't exist there, but just for understanding. Okay, so just keep a small north pole here, only the north pole. Okay, so what will happen? North pole will repel. So there will be a force there. Okay, due to the thing or the north pole, there will be force here. That's the force due to the north pole. Okay, and similarly, the south pole here now. The south pole, this is actually north pole I'm saying. Okay, the south pole attracts this north pole here like this way. Okay, that force we write as Fs, the force due to the south pole. Okay, now let us see, and we'll go to the derivation here. Okay, it's very simple only. So first we'll see what is the force due to the north pole. Okay, so we'll use Coulomb's law in magnetism. Force due to north pole will be, this is K now. So K will write as mu naught by 4 pi into, and Q and Q2. We don't have two things here. We have this one. We'll take as QM. Okay, so QM will take. Okay, that's the pole strength of the magnet. So QM, that's the pole strength here. This is not Q into M. It's Q subscript M. That means you must write M small down. Okay, and then let us see what is the distance between the north pole at this edge. Okay, and this point here. Okay, point P. You see that distance will be r minus L. You must subtract L here. So r minus L the whole square. So what formula I have used here? I have used Coulomb's law in magnetism. That will be F. We learned that that's equal to K into Qm A QmB by, okay, we had here r square now. Remember that. Okay, but we don't have a second one, so we'll leave this one. And K value we have here mu naught by 4 pi. Okay, so that's formula I'm used it here. Okay, I've used here. So this distance will be r minus L. I'm taking only the north pole here. Okay, that is r minus L the whole square. Okay. Now what we do now, same way we'll see what is the force on due to the south pole. Okay, force on the south pole. That will be equal to again mu naught by 4 pi, okay, into Qm divided by, now you see here this distance here now is there r, okay, and length is there. Okay, you must go till south pole, you must add this length also. So you write as r plus L the whole square. Okay, but one thing we have not written till now is this force vector quantity. We didn't use as vectors here. Okay, let me write as vector here. So if you take the axis here, this will be plus I cap. Okay, this will be minus I cap. Okay, so force due to the north pole is coming right side, so it will be plus I cap. So I write as plus I cap. Okay, and then force due to south pole, you see it goes left side, that's minus I cap. I'll write the minus I cap here. So minus I'll write here. Okay, so it's very, very important to put the minus sign. Okay, if you leave out the minus sign, the whole full derivation will go wrong. Okay, minus is very, very important in the derivation. Okay, remember to put the minus sign. Then next what we'll do, we'll add the two forces here. Okay, I'll write here this side. The total force is equal to the force due to the north pole plus the force due to the south pole. Okay, the total force you can also say it as B also. That's equal to the magnetic field B. Okay, so magnetic field B is equal to force due to north pole. Write this one. So mu naught by 4 pi into Qm divided by r minus L the whole square into I cap. Okay, and second one, plus into minus will come as minus only. So minus mu naught by 4 pi, okay, into qm divided by r plus l the whole square into I cap. So we can take the common terms. Mu naught 4 pi, qm is common, I cap also is common. We will take it out. So we get here mu naught by 4 pi, qm also is there, and then we have here, let's say, common denominator you see, it is r minus l the whole square into r plus l the whole square. Okay, so we'll use a formula here, that is a, write in short another way, a minus b into a plus b. Okay, that formula will be a squared minus b squared. Okay, but if we put a square term here, okay, then in this side also put a square term here. Okay, so a minus b the whole square is equal to a plus b the whole square, that's equal to a squared minus b squared the whole square. Okay, so I'm going to use this formula. Okay, it's simple only, what we know, we just write it down. So that will be r minus l, or r square minus l square the whole square. Okay, then so when you take all these terms out, okay, so what will you get here? Also let's write it mainly simple way, then we can do it. Okay, we'll use the formula here. Next step, right? Okay, so I'll write here first r minus l the whole square, okay, and then 1, okay, minus 1 divided by r plus l the whole square into I cap. Now I'll use this formula here. Okay, down, then it's more clear to understand. Okay, I'll use the formula here down. So what we get is mu naught qm divided by 4 pi. Okay, and here we get here r square minus l square the whole square. Now it will be very clear, I think so. Okay, and then what happens is I cap will come here. Okay, now what do you cross multiply like this way? So this will be r plus l the whole square minus this side cross multiply r minus l the whole square. Okay, so now we just need to expand this. Okay, this will be a plus b the whole square, and this will be a minus b the whole square formula. I'll rub this side and then we will continue. So let me continue from this step. Okay, I'll write this side. Let me check one more time. Okay, let me continue this now. Okay, so what I do is I'll write this equation here and go to next one. Okay, so I'll just continue that. B is equal to, that magnetic field is equal to, we have here mu naught into qm divided by 4 pi. Okay, this is m, it's not clear, it's clear. Okay, into denominator will have the same thing only, that will be r square minus l square the whole square. Okay, and then top we expand it. Okay, here it will be a plus b the whole square. Right here a plus b the whole square is equal to a squared plus b squared, then plus 2ab. Okay, on this side, and then this one, that will be a minus b the whole square, that will be a squared plus b squared minus 2ab. Okay, these are formulas you're going to use here. So when you know the formulas, it's very simple. Okay, this only we learned in 6th standard. Okay, so r plus l the whole square. Instead of a we have r, instead of b we have l. Okay, so that will be r square plus l square plus 2rl. Okay, it's very clear. I'll use the first one. Then minus sign, we'll write it down. Open the bracket. Okay, that will be r square plus l square, and then this one. Okay, and then that will be minus 2rl. Okay, it's that into that I cap. Okay, now it's very clear. We'll rub all these things. Okay, rub it out. Now let's see. Excuse me. So what happens is we'll just multiply into the bracket here. Okay, so like this way. So we have here mu naught into qm divided by 4 pi into r square plus l square plus 2rl minus, now multiply my minus inside, minus r square, minus into plus will become like this way, just multiply this way. Okay, minus l square, and then minus into minus will be plus, so plus 2rl. Okay, then common denominator r square minus l square the whole square into that I cap. Okay, so you should not forget, because magnetic field is a vector quantity. Okay, so what happens is we see common terms here. R square is there and minus R square cancels. Plus L square minus L square. 2RL plus 2RL will be 4RL. Okay. So we get here mu naught into Qm divided by 4 pi into 4RL, this R, 4RL by R square minus L square the whole square. Okay, so like this way. Now take a chalk here. So let's see this now. What to do? See, this is 4L. We may think we can cancel that. No need. We'll just rearrange this in some other way. Okay. So what I do is, I'll write let's say mu naught by 4 pi. Okay. And then this 4R is now. I'll try this 2 into 2R. Okay. So write 2R like this way. Okay. And then I'll take this 2 again because 4 is 2 into 2. And then Qm into L, I'll write this. Okay. Divided by, here down we have R square minus L square the whole square. Okay. So now it's like this way. Okay. Now what we do now, we'll take this term. Okay. And then we will continue this here. Okay. I'll continue this side. But we know that, okay, the dipole moment, that is P, dipole moment is equal to 2qml. Okay, so instead of this term, we can write as dipole moment. Okay, so we can write this as the magnetic field B is equal to, and the I cap is must be there. Okay, here's I cap must be there. Mu naught by 4 pi, okay, into write this side. R square minus L square, okay, the whole square. Okay, and then instead of 2qml we have here P, that will be 2R and P. Okay, 2R we should not forget. Okay, 2RP into that I cap. Okay, I think it's here it's correct, I think so. Okay, next what we must do, we must see sometimes. Okay, so let me here, I'll rub the side down. Okay, and then I'll discuss what to do next. Okay, so we can continue this side now. But you see that if so, we had this thing now. Magnet was there. This is north pole. This is south pole, and this was a point P. The distance from center was R. Okay, and this was length of the magnet. We write as L. This small length. Okay. Now we take condition here. If this small r, that means the distance between the midpoint and the point P is very much greater than L. Okay, in this equation. Okay, so neglect this term, that's L square. Neglect L square in this term. So we neglect L square, what we get? We'll see now. Okay, I'll write the same equation, different format now. What we get is B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi, okay, into 2RP divided by, okay, and then now we have to neglect L square in this equation now. So what we get is R square, power square will be R power 4 will come, okay, into I cap. Okay, it's a magnetic field vector. Okay, then yes. So what we get is R and this power 4 will cancel, so we get here R power cube 3. So we get here magnetic field B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2p by R cube into I cap. Okay, so this will be giving us the magnetic field for a small magnet. Okay, the magnet is small compared to the distance there. Okay, B is in mu naught by 4 pi into 2p by R cube. So what does B means? B means the magnetic field, P means the dipole moment, R is the distance here. Okay, so this is very easy. Mu naught by 4 pi we know that's 10 power minus 7. Okay, so this gives us a definition, okay, of this thing here. Okay, we can write this in another format as the same. Okay, let's see how to write that. There's another way to write this. Okay, so we have this P into I cap now, this term. Okay, we can write another way. See, we have P vector is equal to the magnitude of P into I cap. Okay, so instead of this term, we can write as P vector. So we have here B vector is equal to mu naught by 4 pi, okay, into 2p vector by R cube. Okay, Okay, so this is the another way of writing it. Okay, this also is correct, but if you write this way, it's more desirable. Okay, so you can see, okay, the same thing only. We just written in a different format here. Okay, P into I cap we written as P vector. Okay, so go through the equation step by step. Okay, and write the notes and see it. Okay, so it's very simple only. It's like the thing that we learned in electrostatics. Okay, the same way we now do it in magnetism also. Okay, so thank you for watching.